Hello everyone, I am the new acting CEO of YouTube, and I want to introduce all of you to the future of YouTube. I am Grandpa Bucky. I am taking over for Mr. Mohan, who, unfortunately, was disconnected from how the creator space was actually supposed to work, much like his predecessor was. However, under my leadership, I want to return YouTube to being creator focused. I'm going to do this through several key points, and these are just starts to how we can bring YouTube back to a creator-centric space rather than its current state of difficulty for creators. My first step as CEO is to make it so that strikes must be valid and will always default to protecting our creators. Section 230 makes it clear that we do not need to remove content from our site if it isn't vulgar or illegal. The current system of allowing strikes on YouTube content creators for small little bits of audio that may or may not have been in a video is unacceptable to me. I grew up watching YouTube during the days of Call of Duty collages that were set to awesome rock musics and things like that. This stemmed from the creativity and the passion of our creators, and I want to see that passion return. It has been snuffed out through heavy-handed strikes. In addition to those, we have also seen a ravishing of our content creators by others who are using our strike system as a system of oppression whenever negative things are said about them. This is not an acceptable way of behaving, and is not an acceptable way of having our strike system used. In the future, making an invalid strike will result in you actually losing your ability to issue strikes or to claim strikes for 1 week. So if you issue a strike and it is found to be fraudulent, your content, you will have to wait a full week to claim anything else against someone. So use that content strike system for good reasons. Second, there will be no more AI moderation. Many of our users have reported AI is falsely flagging their content, and their appeals are being immediately denied, showing that they are not actually being verified by an actual human being, as we should be doing. We are a multi-billion-dollar company. We can afford to hire actual moderators that can review all this content and give us a valid yes or no as to whether it is breaking the rules of our platform. This will also be more easily accomplished by removing the abusive strike system, because then we will not have an influx of AI-created strikes or strikes that are being used to control a narrative or strikes that are being used for things that are not illegal. If you want to use that music, as long as you are being transformative with it, you will be able to do so. If you are not doing that, if you are just placing a clip of music over a background of the album cover, you will be validly struck by those owners of that intellectual property. Next, we will be coming down hard on AI-generated content. We will no longer allow content stealing through this split screen loophole. When scrolling YouTube Shorts, it's never more than 4 or 5 videos before you get someone with another person's content split screen with Subway Surfers or some other game. This is not an acceptable way and is not transformative. You will be struck. Your channels will be removed. You will not receive any paychecks, and that will be the end of it. We are not going to support you using other people's content to generate a living for you. This is unacceptable. The second way we will be coming down on AI is whenever we are seeing these AI-generated Reddit stories where a person's not even recording what is being read from Reddit or Twitter or wherever the content is from. Doesn't matter. The point is, they just have an AI voice reading constantly. This is not acceptable. You are not a creator if you do not put the time into actually creating. That is just a fact. So with that, we will see fewer of these AI videos, which should help actual creators quite a bit. This will actually aid in our next bullet point. We will be increasing the discoverability through suggestions. We want our algorithms to suggest at least one new creator in each suggested section. We do not need a tower full of big dogs. We need all different size channels. We want to encourage this creativity, and we want to encourage each of you to put the effort in and to try to be discovered. This will also be helped whenever you create your shorts and create your long form, whenever we remove all this AI generated content and cut it out. Mr. Moron's previous statements on how AI is the future of YouTube are extremely wrong. I do not stand beside them. I do not stand behind them. And you should never expect AI to be a part of this. There is a place in this world for AI, but generating content is not one of them. We will also update our front page. So in this case, we're going to go back to viewership is all that matters. You will no longer see us suggesting big names like CNN, MSNBC, CBS, Fox. None of these major studios will receive a place on our front page. Why? Because if you want news, you go to TV. We are a creator platform. You do not need us to tell you about those. They are wasting space that we can be using on creators who are actually passionate about what they're doing. If a CNN or an MSNBC or a Fox video or whoever it is actually garners the views to place themselves at the top of the news category, they will then be placed. We will not put our hand on the scale in any direction anymore. Next, creators and advertisers will actually receive a new system that allows them to blacklist or whitelist creators or advertising genres that they want with their content. We will not have it where someone is having a gun video beside them if they are a anti-gun creator. We will not have it where someone has a Planned Parenthood advertisement next to them if they are a pro-life creator. We want everyone in the creator space to have the power to choose what kind of advertisements they want with their content. At the same time, in order to avoid another adpocalypse, we are giving the same power to our advertisers. Each advertiser will be able to say, we want this along political, we want this along gaming, we want this along fashion. We will give everyone the power to control where their advertising dollars go and where their content supports in the advertiser space. So a game company can actually focus on gamers. If the new Call of Duty is coming out, they can put their ad dollars directly into gamers so that whatever your industry of choice that you are supporting is, the money from that industry goes to you. Finally, a couple more small points. Going forth, our rules will be enforced uniformly and fairly. We will not see people being banned or videos removed if their content is the same as what other people do. Markiplier and Jacksepticeye pointed out this issue a couple of years ago whenever a small streamer got banned for something and they did not. They brought attention to this years ago, and the former CEOs, the former acting CEOs, did nothing to address this. Our rules will be uniformly and fairly enforced, period. Finally, I just want to make another point. Short form content is part of our model, but it is not our focus anymore. I want our creators to feel safe making long form content again. I want our creators to feel like they can actually put time into animation again. I was from the YouTube period where you had videos that were a minute long and you had videos that were 2 hours long. You had animations that were 3 minutes long and beautiful. But when YouTube started pushing that 10-minute mark, it crushed those animation channels. They could no longer get the funds they needed due to that. This final point is just saying, we will not have a focus on exactly how long content is anymore. You will be able to get the same amount of money whether you are getting a 3-minute video or a 2-minute video, a 2-hour video or a 1-hour video. No matter what the time is, we will have our advertisements be paid out by how many advertisement views you get. Period. So if you create a 3-minute animation, we will give you the option to do an ad at the beginning and an ad at the end. The end. You can get 2 ads on a 3-minute video. I want content creators to have the power to create again. I want you to know that this company has your back. You are not a cog in our gears anymore. You are a person and a creator. You will not be struck down unfairly. You will not have your content removed unless there is a good reason. You will not have to fight with AI slop that is generated by someone with 20 channels that they just generate through a simple prompt and post it everywhere. You will not have your content stolen from you and used by one of these AI slop generators. We at YouTube, going forward, will back creators. We will give you all the tools you need to succeed, and we will block out those who try to make it more difficult for you to be found. Thank you. I look forward to working with you all in the future.